Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am super excited. I was totally not planning on filming today because I didn't think that this package was going to arrive until this evening because that's how UPS usually does things. They usually come to me whenever, especially when I want them to. They usually don't come until like the last stop at the end of the evening. That just seems to be when they want to come to my house. I don't know, but this one showed up early and I just couldn't help myself. I had to film right away because I had to try them right away, and I thought, how can I try it out and not invite you into that experience? So I'm talking about the Viseart Liaison palette. I talked about this on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely make sure and do that. But I talked about how I was super excited about this palette coming out, and I pre-ordered it. I was super excited. I couldn't wait. It's upside down right now so that I don't blind you with this huge mirror, but if you know me, you know that I love purples. I have a major soft spot for purples, whether it's purple eyeshadow, purple nail polish, hello, purple clothes, anything. I love purple. Even my daughter's room is lavender and gray until she decides what she wants for her room, but that's what her room is, and I just love purple. The owner of Viseart started like kind of sneaking out pictures of this. I was just like, okay, that's something that I'm going to be getting. And I played with this on my eyes today, as you can see. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily assume that, but that's what it is, because I'm going to play with this with you today. It's going to be just a first impression, and you know, I'll certainly update you on this. But I have played with Viseart shadows before. They're some of my favorite eyeshadows. I haven't had as much experience with the shimmers. I've only played with the shimmers in the little Theory palette. I have the amethyst one because, again, I love purple. So, you know, I have a lot more of their mattes, and I love their mattes. They're just some of the best mattes, in my opinion, ever. So I would imagine that I'm going to have a good experience with these mattes. Obviously, I mean, you could see I played with them today, and so you'll see how I experience them today. But as far as just, you know, continuing to play with it, I would imagine that I'm going to have a good experience with them, but you never know. So I'll have to keep trying it, obviously, but I just thought that I would play with it with you today because I couldn't wait, and so I thought I would just turn on the camera and do it with you. So I hope that you enjoy this. I know not everyone is interested in, you know, I guess you can consider this a luxury, at least high-end makeup brand. I know not everyone is interested in that. Maybe you can just enjoy the video even if you don't plan on buying it, but in case you are, I thought that I would share this with you. So let's just get into it. Okay, I am so excited. I mean, I just couldn't wait. I had to play with this immediately. It's just so, so beautiful. And this mirror is huge. I don't want to like blind you, but it's really, really big. You could really do your makeup in this mirror, even though it's not like a super big one. Like I can see my whole face in this. It's really, really nice. And then, oh, these shades are just so stunning. This palette just had my name on it. It really did. And I don't totally know what I want to do, because I just want to play with everything, but I want to swatch all of these for you just so that you can see what they look like, because I've seen swatches online and of course you see the colors, but it's hard to know what they're really going to look like, and so maybe that will help you. And frankly, I want to put my fingers in these, so I want to see them, which, by the way, I feel like I feel like these are so similar. Like my nails and these are so similar. I think that's cool. Anyway, all right, so before I put these on my eyes, I want to swatch them for you. I'm gonna kind of go this way just so that you know as I'm swatching them. So let's start. I just love Viseart mattes. I think that they're just such nice quality. So those are the first three. And the thing with Viseart mattes, I feel like it's not even translating how pretty these are, but and how different they are. I don't think that they swatch and feel necessarily that amazing, but it's more the way that they perform in the eyes in my experience. Oh boy. Oh my God. Beautiful. I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know where to start. Oh, these shimmers look really, really pretty though. So you can see that there. Really, really pretty. Let's move on to the last three. And I think a lot of people thought that this was a black, but I'm pretty sure it's like a really dark, either purple or blue. I don't think it's a black. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, this is a pretty pastel purple. Oh boy. Yeah, it's like a really deep purple, which is really cool. I'm not very good at swatching, as you can tell. This is all of them. And like I said, I'm more excited about how they're going to perform on my eyes than I am like seeing the swatches. I mean, they do feel really nice, but I have found that they are way more impressive on the eyes than they are like in swatches or anything like that. So I'm going to go wash this off and I'll be back in just a second and we can play with them. What am I going to do? That's the question. I think I'm just going to kind of start from the first shade there and kind of like deepen as I go. I may try it different ways other times, but that's kind of, I think, what I want to do this time, and just sort of play with as many colors as I can. I obviously can't, I mean, not obviously, but I can't really play with every single thing today, but obviously I will continue to try it. I will say there's a little bit more kick up than I'm used to. So I'm going to tap my brush just a little bit. In the other palettes that I have, I don't experience much fallout or really much kick up either. This definitely seems to have a little bit more kick up, but we'll see if they all are that way. This is a pretty light wash of color, but that's kind of nice. It'll be a nice like blending color. This one definitely has a lot of kick up. But I feel like their shadows are just effortless. They just almost like blend themselves. And that's one of the things that I love about them, is that I just feel like I have to work so little and it just looks beautiful and polished. And whenever I need to have like a really professional look or a really simple look, I just go for my neutral mattes and I feel like it just looks so beautiful every time, and I don't have to work hard to blend everything. So that's a pretty light shade. Depending on what your skin tone is, that may show up differently on you. This is very similar to my skin tone, just a different shade, and that's kind of a nice place to start. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a precise brush to the next shade right there. This one has a little bit of kick up as well, but not as much, I don't think. Doesn't seem like it has as much, and it has quite a bit more pigment. So I just feel like these shadows are just so effortless, and that's been my experience with them. I don't feel like I have to work super hard to blend things. They just blend into each other, and I think that's why professionals love these so much and why they are used by professionals, because you don't want to have to work so hard when you're, you know, working a makeup job. You know, you want to be able to just kind of pop things in and continue on. You know, you don't want to spend a lot of time, and you can't spend a lot of time. Do you see how, can you see how effortless that is? I mean, I'm placing it and it blends. And I'm not necessarily trying to do anything like, you know, super creative or whatever. I just want to try these out and see, you know, if it's the formula that I know and love, which so far it seems like it is. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of blend the edges a little bit, but honestly, they don't need much help. And see, even you could leave it here if you didn't want to go any deeper and just like put one of the shimmers on the lid and like call it a day. You know, you just, it's crazy. They're just so beautiful. I just love them so much. Okay, so then I'm going to go into the next shade right there with a more pointed brush. And see, this one seems to have even less fallout than the last two. So I guess some of the lighter ones. I'm just putting that right into my crease just to like really deepen things. So pretty. I am going to try and use most of these today. I don't think I'll be able to use all of them because I still want it to look pretty. But I'm going to try and use the majority of these shadows. I may be able to use all the mattes. I think I'm going to be able to. I just love these so much. I'm glad that I got this palette, but of course now I want to get the other 9-pan palettes that I never got around to getting. 'Cause I love, you know, I love all the color stories. I mean, they're all so, so pretty. This one just pushed me to do it. But now that I've tried these, I'm like, no, I want the other ones. I kind of go back in and just add a little bit more of everything else. You know, this is the kind of like purple for somebody who doesn't want to wear like a bright, bold, or super deep purple. You know, you can certainly go that direction if you kept building it up and whatever. But it also, you know, it's a little more soft and subtle of a purple look. I'm going to take a tiny bit of this guy, the darkest one, and I'm going to just put that right there, just to deepen up the outer corner even more. Might need a little bit more of a stiff brush for that, so let me get more of a pencil brush, just so I don't go too crazy with where I place that. I can kind of put it there and then blend it out. It's almost like a grape, like a dark grape kind of purple. I love that it's like purple, you know, and not like black. I mean, I love having a black in a palette, but I like that you know, I mean, you could still go in with a black, but it's a more like unique type of like deepening shade than just a typical black, especially with like a purple palette, you know? And like, I just placed that and I feel like it's already almost blended out. Honestly, if I had to get rid of everything in my collection, if I had to like only own like one brand of eyeshadows, it would be these. I mean, I still obviously love playing with other brands and I wouldn't want to have to do that, but I would be happy if I could only own these. Obviously, then I'd have to buy all the rest of them. If you want to get on my good side, just buy me Viseart shadows. That's it. And I'll be happy. But don't really, because they're expensive. That's why I don't own all of them, because I have to like space it out because they're pricey. Oh God, it's just so easy. Question is, what shimmers? I don't think that I'm gonna go for the silver because I want to go for a softer look, I think. And I think that maybe I'll try to use both of these. Sorry, I think that's kind of bright, but washing it out. I think maybe I'll try like and do this one and then this one so that I can use both of them. I'll have to use that brighter purple at a different time too, because that's just not totally what I want to go for today. And I've spoken about this. I always use a glitter base, so we're going to do that, but I am going to try and put them on dry and just see how they do dry. I don't mind wetting shadows though, as I've mentioned before, but just so that we can see how they do on their own. Certainly comes onto the brush nicely. Did you hear me breathe there? Well, that's gorgeous. Okay, and we'll go in with the other one, which is a little bit more of like a pinky purple. God, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I could cry, they're so beautiful. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of this shade right here to kind of blend the edges here. Not that we need too much. But like such a simple but beautiful and elegant look, you know? Like, and it's not due to like my talent or anything, it's just these shadows. There's obviously nothing for the brow bone, that's okay. Or really the inner corner, you could go in with the silver. I'm not going to do that today. Let's go ahead and do the lower lash line. Maybe I'll use a little bit of this just to kind of try and play with that one. I don't really want to blow it out. I just kind of want to add a little bit just to see. Yeah, it's a nice soft purple. You still see it though. If you really wanted it to pop, you could put a little bit of primer down there or like a white base or something, but you know, otherwise it's just kind of like a soft kind of something there. And then I think I'm going to take a little bit of that deep shade again, this dark shade, because I don't want it to be too deep down there. I think that I just want to kind of keep it pretty light. Just gonna take a little bit just to, and you know, add a little bit more to the lower lash line, but I thought about going in with that darkest shade, but I think that I want to keep it soft down here. I'm gonna take my Marc Jacobs liner. This one is in Mist Me. Matches that purple quite well, I would say, so we can kind of put that in to match that. I'm just going to go ahead and add, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of black liner just to the lash line. I'm not gonna like wing it out or anything like that, just to kind of define the lash line. And then I'm going to do mascara, lips, and I will come back and we'll just chat a little bit more. Okay, here's the completed look. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you planning on getting this palette? Do you already have this palette? Do you love it as much as I already do? I already love it. I just feel like it's such a beautiful look, like, and it just took so little effort, and I feel like I could do an even simpler look and it would still be beautiful. I could even go more glam if I wanted to. I just love it. I think that this is just, I'm so excited about this palette, I really am. And let me know if you've tried any of the other palettes like this one and which ones are your favorites. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this little first impression video. Let me know what you might want to see next from me. If you liked this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. I post videos every single Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.